you can use Etrack to monitor your progress throughout your apprenticeship to understand if you're on track, if you're behind, if you're ahead of schedule, and what else you have to do. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. There is the progress bar, which gives you a high level view, and that appears on your Etrack dashboard. This is somewhat, generally speaking, it's slightly inaccurate. It usually shows learners to be slightly behind where they are expected to be based on the way that the Etrack calculates progress. So take this with a pinch of salt and refer more to what your assessor's saying to you than this bar itself. You can also see a sort of high level overview by looking at the module progress block on your dashboard. On here, a green bar will appear to show your progress through each unit. You may find that you have different groups of units, in which case you can select main aim, there's a drop down, and you can select on your other aims. That'll allow them to appear. But just keep in mind this might not be the only units which you are completing. There could be other ones that's just not on that view, and you use the drop down there to change between them. But this particular framework only has the one group of units. You've also got the progress tab. So if you select on the progress button in the navigation bar, that'll take you to the progress page. This is just a slightly different view of viewing your progress. Here you've got a pie chart which shows your progress. You've got percentages. It also has some information like your start date and expected completion date, what your expected progress is, and what your actual progress is. You'll also see the different groups of units that you've got here. The green bar will appear for each individual unit to show you progress for each individual unit. Also in this view, you can select on a particular unit to see a little bit more information about it. If you select on this, it will show you the start date and target date for that unit. It will show you all of the criteria for the unit. If you have evidence mapped into this unit, this is the sort of start of a table, and it would have the evidence which is mapped into this unit on that table starting to appear. And under reference, it'll have a code, and if that file is assessed against any of this criteria, the code will appear next to it. So you can see which files mapped against which points from this view. You could also use the mappings tab as well to get a similar idea for a similar view, but this way allows you to see it one unit and all information about that unit in the one view. That's the difference between this and mappings. You can also see, if you click on Learning and Assessment Plan, if there's any Learning Assessment Plans, tasks or to-do actions associated with this unit. Although bear in mind that only particular tasks that have been assigned to this unit in particular will appear there. There might be a task which relates to this unit but it's just been assigned to the framework as a whole. If that's the case, it won't show in here and you'd have to go in through the Visits tab to view your Learning Assessment Plan.